it can be overwhelming at the start, but I think if you just throw yourself into it, as I say, you learn on the job a lot better than sitting.
Ryan, thanks for coming on the Sales and Sports podcast. Going to kick it off. Who are you and what do you do?
My name's Ryan, and I'm a BDR now in Qualtrics.
Amazing. Yeah. Cool. And we spoke, must have been a year ago. You were looking to break into tech sales, and we did a bit of work together on interviewing and just making sure you were feeling as strong as possible. How did your journey into tech sales begin? Were you working? I know your journey, but for the listeners far away.
Yeah, started about 2 years ago. Me and my wife, like, I'm 35, I'm not young, so we have 2 kids and we were planning to have a third. And obviously where I was working for PayPal at the time, and I was like credit claims, like risk and so on. And it sounds luxurious, but I wanted more. And where I was at the moment, I was kind of standing still. Like I had like 3 promotions in like 6 years, and I just became stagnant. So I was trying to figure out what I needed to do. My cousin Lisa, I'll give her a shout out. She is a director of talent acquisition for Johnson Hannah. So I was like, if anybody knows what to do, it'd be Lisa. And I spoke to her, and she's like, "Yeah, you'd be great for sales. You've got a technical background, good personality, so on and so forth." And I was always thinking, when you hear sales, it's like the pursy, sleazy salesperson. You get that real bad image.
Yeah, 100%.
Then following that year, because my wife then, she actually was pregnant with her third. She was also studying. She went to her postgrad. She's a nurse. She's actually a nurse, and then went to study. She's a health visitor now. But so that year was crazy. I was working for PayPal 40 hours a week. But on the side, studying sales. So I was like watching YouTube videos, reaching out to people on LinkedIn, doing courses wherever it may be. Reaching out to likes yourself as well. Getting interviews, getting rejected. But and then my wife was also working full time as a nurse, and then coming home and doing her postgrad. And then that was our cycle for like a year.
Yeah.
And managing 2 kids and stuff like that was tough, to be honest. But you don't think about it at the time. But the more I researched, the more I thought this is more strategic based. It's a really good community, a lot of really receptive people when you reach out to them on LinkedIn. Like the strategy is really good. Like I would have been like voice noting sales leaders and like stuff like that I would never have done in a million years. But I think once you take that leap and sort of immerse yourself into the culture of sales, it's actually a really good place to be. And I think it suited me to the ground. And then that's when I think because I did like a sales course previously, and I had access to all their which is unbelievable, all their stuff, and I was kind of using it, but some of it wasn't working for me, which is like it happens. But then I reached out to yourself as well for a bit of strategic advice in terms of like interviewing and like what skills should I lean on when I'm in interviews. And I think that really helped as well, because I had a lot of auto rejections from like, oh god, like Datadog and stuff. And some good interviews, like I got like Stripe, I got to the final round of it.
Nice.
Oh no. And but I had to keep going.
Yeah.
And then like we were on the cusp of, well, my wife, they're obviously doing all the hard work giving birth.
Yeah.
In that year, she had got her postgrad, gave birth, and landed a new job. And then at Christmas, just January, I was just rejected from a job. Really knocked the wind out of my sails because I really wanted it, and it was something like a product I felt I could really sell.
Sure.
I was really on the cusp, because I think I'd spoken to you and it sort of picked up the wind a bit. But that time really knocked the wind out of my sails, and I was just thinking, look, you know what? Look, I'll stay where I am. It is what it is. I'm sure something will come up, that kind of negativity, seeping in.
Of course,
but honestly, for my wife, she was just like, look, take one more swing.
Yeah.
And then I seen Qualtrics. I was like, look, I'll reach out to someone. I reached out to one of my colleagues. She's left now, Juliet. She put me on a sales manager, Freed, who's brilliant.
Yeah.
And he gave me a chance to interview, and that was that. And then knocked it out of the park. It was the first ever interview. I would probably say, like, you ever go into an interview and you're like, I don't think this went well. Or the first proper interview, I walked in going, I think I did a really good job.
Nice.
And then I never thought I would get it, because usually recruiters ring you in the morning to tell you, no, you got it. And in the evening, it's like a no.
Yeah.
And I think it was like Monday. I think it was like 6 o'clock in the evening. My wife's like, oh, well, maybe go on to the next one. We just assumed I didn't get it. I got the call, and I was like, no way.
Unreal.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is madness, because like when you talk about people my age, like, well, my age, I'm make it sound like I'm 100, but it's like probably the situation I'm in with like three kids, and like I kind of had a career going,
Yeah.
and it's kind of that, like, am I crazy taking this leap?
Mm, mm.
And when you put it on paper and look back, like even the year we went through was absolutely insane. Like to sit there
Yeah.
and say, like I would have been starting at thankfully my role in PayPal was very flexible, so I would have been starting at 3 a.m. and finishing for 1, so I could pick up the kids from school.
No way.
That was a year of my life.
Scenes.
And then,
Scenes.
when you got the kids to bed, I would have been at 7 p.m. We just would have had dinner. My wife would have been studying then for a postgrad, and I would have been studying sales, like watching YouTube videos, reaching out to people on LinkedIn, and I
Yeah.
was just full year. And then when you get into the rhythm of it, like it probably doesn't sound as bad as what it is. When you're in it, it's fine.
Mm.
You look back on like, what the hell? Like it's what I had to do, and it's
Fair
I think,
play.
excuse me, I think it's a trait you actually need in sales.
Yeah.
It definitely is, and it's something that I've been here since April in Qualtrics, and like brilliant culture, brilliant. Really good. They hired good people, brilliant training, and then my manager's job been amazing. So far so good, and hopefully like their job, they're like our job is just to make you an account executive as quickly as.
Nice.
So
Unreal.
that's that. The craziness.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you said is there a bar in the office? You were saying.
Yeah, the perks are insane. Like yeah, you get your breakfast and food covered, and
Wow.
you get like there's coffee docks on every floor.
Yeah.
There's a gym. There's a bar. The bar, like, we had a teammate out like there. It's brilliant. Like everybody, the culture's just, it's not even, it's relaxed. It's common sense. If
Yeah.
you're performing well, not everybody performs in the same sort of environment. Like there's meeting rooms, or you can sit at your desk, or it's really, really good that way. Everybody performs differently. As long as you're sort of meeting your KPIs, your metrics, and you turn up to the office and you're engaged, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But like, I think they've built a really good culture where people do that. Like when they say like I'm working from home, they are working from home. So
Yeah.
it's really good. But yeah, the bar is it's an interesting. I couldn't believe it when they're like, obviously I got the call from Nathan, the recruiter, and he said, yeah, and we have a bar, and it's like how do you get work done?
Yeah. Crazy, crazy. Especially the Irish, you'll be loving that.
Oh,
But good stuff. I mean, I love speaking, and when you reached out, I could almost tell you were going to do well because you reached out to me on LinkedIn, and I mean, I could tell from your previous experiences, like your wind was knocked out slightly. I remember you saying, "Jack, I need this. Would you think I can do this?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." You were telling me about your work at PayPal. I think being a dad, having three kids, which you have now, that's such a strong wife for anyone. So like any career switches or parents thinking about sales, like definitely lean into that. And I guess my main takeaway from what you said is just really having that resilience and drive, and not get too bogged down with the no's, even if you get to late stages, because if you believe in yourself, you can get there right at the end of the day. So kudos to you.
cheers.
Yeah,
That's I kind of did lose a bit of belief, but you need, like, you do, and like I suppose in sales, like you're not going to be able to do it on your own. Like as our manager Freed, he'd always say, like, you don't have to do it on your own. Like we're a
yeah,
team, we're all here, we're doing the same job, and it can be a tough, relentless job. And I think it's because I kind of wanted it as well. Like
yeah,
when like you have to want it, because if you're just doing it for the sake of it, just to try out a new job, it mightn't be for you, because it is a lot of rejection. It's a
yeah,
lot of no's. But yeah, I had to keep going. Like, and I think that's something that's really sort of transpired into my current role, which is great. But like anybody looking to transition jobs and do what I did, like that's why I sort of came on here, because
mm,
if one person in my situation, like there's literally a generational gap between
yeah,
me and my colleagues. Like, they're all like 22, 23, but
yeah,
they're all good crack, they're good fun, and um everybody's in the same boat. Like look, it doesn't matter what age you are, like we all have a
yeah,
job to do. And
exactly.
that's it. Like look, if you feel like it would be a good, like, do your research, have a look into it, speak to people, and if
Yeah,
it's for
yeah.
you, lean into it, give it a go.
Yeah, and also like sales is such a great equalizer. It doesn't matter what where you've come from, what stage in life you're at. Like the numbers speak for themselves, right? The scoreboard. If you're going to put in the work, you can progress quickly and get to where you want to get to. So there's never a better time to get into tech than today. I think what's the saying that yesterday was the best time to get in, but like we've helped through Entr Tech people in their 40s in the last cohort jump in, like parents, and one chap was a firefighter, someone was a footballer, like, and actually their wives are almost stronger because they've got their life experience behind them, and they've got no time to lose, right? They're not coming out of uni, dossing around. They've got lives to leave, food to put on the table. So yeah, love your passion, love your why. And you recently got promoted, right? You mentioned.
Yeah. I got to promoted to BDR, which is great. So
Nice.
so I was inbound at the start, which I think this is like the sales program they have here, which is great. It's kind of like easing you into it, and then you're doing like inbound leads more so. So it's really like pretty much hot leads coming through.
Yeah.
But then it kind of grows your confidence and like product knowledge, and then being able to speak to people on the phone and like organize meetings, and then
Yeah.
speak to your AEs. But then like you're kind of getting everything coming at you.
Yeah.
But now I'm specialized in academics, which
Nice.
we work with. So then I would work like Benelux, Nordics, Middle East, and Ireland. So
Yeah. And what was it like? What was it like onboarding in getting stuck in? Was it challenging? Did you feel comfortable? Like, what was it? What was it like?
I was nervous, but again, brilliant. The really
Mm.
good setup here. I think the training's really good. Like, there's a lot of workarounds, but a lot of them are like, you're kind of given a buddy, and then
Yeah.
like, this is what my day to day looks like. This is what my calendar looks like. But then, like, if you look at everybody's calendar, that a lot of them aren't the same. There's like a
Mhm.
generic sort of template you can probably say, but
Yeah.
crazy when you look at other people's calendars. And as I said earlier, they really, as long as you're hitting your numbers and you're performing well, you could do like say calls in the morning and then emails in the evening and then maybe LinkedIn outreach, or people do that reverse. So
Yeah.
you're kind of shadowing different people and then picking different parts from them and then bringing it into your own day to day, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one thing I really loved about it. And everyone was like, "Oh, sure, I'm going to do calls this evening. Come sit with me." And then like, oh, this is what I say in the call because X, Y, Z, or like this is what I say in my emails because then academics is not the same as corporate. And it's just great learning all of this because it can be overwhelming at the start. But I think if you just throw yourself into it, as I say, you learn on the job a lot better than sitting doing like you can do a work ramp and get a bit of information, but there's nothing better than actually sitting, taking a call, taking that first leap of your first call. And
Yeah.
yeah, look, you're probably going to mess it up. I've messed up plenty since I've been here. So,
Mhm.
but the important thing is to sort of learn quick, learn
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
your mistake. But yeah, absolutely. The training's brilliant. The onboarding's been very smooth, I would probably say.
No, but and I remember when we spoke, you said you're a bit further out from Dublin. So are you able to work hybrid? Are you in the office 5 days a week? What's the setup
Yeah,
there?
yeah, I'm hybrid. 3 days a week in the office,
Nice.
about an hour and 20 minutes in the train each way. So
Nice.
I do a lot of work on the train, which is good. And
Mm.
my manager again, he's like, look, you can leave early as long as you're doing work on the train. Like, don't be leaving yourself, stuck in it doing nothing on the train. But which
Yeah.
is there's Wi-Fi on the train or just hotspot off my phone. So I
Nice.
do a lot of like emails and stuff on the train or like lead mining and stuff like that.
Nice.
So yeah, it works out because then I've nothing else to do. I just stick the headphones in and crack away.
Yeah. Wicked. And I guess in terms of like perks, what are the high performers earning in the team? Like a range, it has to be like specific, but like what how does it compare to where you were, outside of tech, and what are the AEs earning? Like I'm assuming they're on pretty good numbers at Qualtrics.
Yeah, let's say there's a lot. The AEs here get a lot of support as well, which is great. Like it's a really good setup. Where I am now at the entry level was 36 uh base, and I think it's 12 OTE, but then it's capped at 200%.
Nice.
But it's not because then when you get so like what's called it's like SDR1 is what I am,
Yeah.
and then you get the SDR2, it goes up by 10, and you get the SDR3, it goes up by 10 again,
Nice.
and you're just at SDR3, you're just below, like you're like an associate account executive.
Yeah.
You're just sort of touching the base there, but like A's aren't there. I don't really know what they're on. I only know the SDR kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
But
course. Of
once I get
course.
there, I'll obviously be asking questions. But
Yeah.
I know that they're doing all right as well. Like, but
Yeah.
the SDR for like compared to what I was earning in PayPal, that was the main reason. Like, small family, like
Mm.
PayPal was like I think it was 35 base, and then the bonuses weren't great. You only got a
Yeah.
bonus at the end of the year, whereas you're getting
Yeah.
this month.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, like, and I'm sitting
Crazy.
thinking to myself, this is insane. Like I was at like in my pay, like it's such a big
Mm.
boost because then you have that bit of freedom to do extra things, and you can put a bit of money away, and it's I've really noticed the difference. I know now, like I'm on the right track, I'm pulling the right way, and
Yeah.
because like sales is like I didn't realize how lucrative sales could be. I was thinking, "There's no way it could be this lucrative," and then
I was the same. Yeah.
there's people like when they're talking about like maybe what they earned in a month, or sort of like I say an enterprise A, and you're like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Exactly.
that was the pull for me. It was more just like a bit of financial freedom, but maybe do something I'm good at, like I could be good at.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I'm hitting smashing all my targets and doing really well. So far so good.
Good
Um,
man.
but they're slowly upping the pressure, which is good. They don't just sort of throw you in the deep end, hope you perform.
Yeah.
So I love the inbound entry, the onboarding, which has led me to, because then your targets are reasonable. So when you hit your targets, you're always getting paid better, and it's
Yeah. Find your
but
feet.
absolutely, I'd recommend it to anyone. Like it's a lot more lucrative than what you think it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And also like as you said, like the career progression, like you work in a dynamic environment with smart people, there's room to progress, and if you keep on the same path, right, you're going to be, earning six figures. It's pretty normal as an account executive in software sales.
It's
So
it's so it's thrown about so casually, and I'm like, this is stuff I probably would have dreamt of. Like,
yeah,
not if I when I was working in PayPal, not in a million years. Like, would I sit and say like I'm gonna be earning 100 plus a year? You know,
100%.
like that. And then when you come in here, and I'm
Mm,
at starting level, what I'm currently earning, like I'm like. I was thinking of this if I was performing well at PayPal. Like, not that PayPal's a bad company, it's just the environment, like the sort of department I was in. There's
sure.
not sales, but
Yeah.
at the time, I actually was hanging on to see if there was any sales jobs in PayPal, but at the time there wasn't, so I had to explore outside the box.
Sure.
But yeah, like anybody looking to do it, it's definitely like I was shocked when I got my first payslip. I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
so it's yeah, absolutely. I would definitely look, do your research first. So I suppose don't dive into any job
Yeah.
without, because you mightn't like it. It can be very tedious. It can be very demoralizing getting told no a lot.
Yeah.
But you'll have good people around you.
Yeah. Good
So
man.
absolutely, you'll always have good people around you. The money's really good. Not gonna lie, most big tech companies have good perks.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so like I was worried about the travel. I thought I was gonna have to drive, but I get the train, and then Qualtrics give me money to cover that.
Insane. Love it. Love it. Yeah. The perks in tech are insane. And I guess, where do you see yourself going in the next couple of years? Do you want to get into that account executive role? Some people pivot into account management, more technical roles. Where do you see yourself going?
Probably account executive role for now.
Yeah.
Hopefully within the next year, 9 months maybe, because
Legend.
I didn't expect to go to the BDR, like what it's called outbound in here, but it's a BDR role
Yeah.
so quickly. I thought it was gonna be like January or something.
Hmm.
So I was like, and when I was told, I was like, oh, this is good. They're like, oh, you need for the business, and like you're hitting your metrics and you fit the bill. I was like, great. So
Crazy.
it's good because you're not measured on like, you're measured on your output.
Yeah.
If your output's good and you're hitting your numbers, and I suppose then like you're fitting with the culture, it's gonna be easy.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. And advice, like last three bits of advice you'd have for people that are looking to break in. What would you say the best thing to do is?
Do your research.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Speak to people,
Hmm.
because you're going to be doing that a lot in sales. That's one thing I hated doing. Reach out to people on LinkedIn. You realize how friendly they are. Reach out to me if you want.
Yeah.
I'll happy have a quick chat with you if needs be.
Yeah.
But also then I suppose then trying to think, be persistent if you really want it.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the first job you apply for. I
Hmm.
promise you that.
Yeah.
Probably like, well, for me personally, because I had no sales experience, I didn't apply through LinkedIn
Hmm.
for any job. I always reached out to like people that worked there and spoke to them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, who do I speak to in terms of the role? And then I'd speak to them and send them my CV. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my bit of advice. Just do your research, reach out to people, and be persistent. Keep going.
Legend, mate. So LinkedIn's the best place if people want to reach out. I'll put your link down below.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, throw my LinkedIn there. Anybody wants to come have a chat, I'll try and schedule a couple of minutes or 10, 15 minutes away. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Just to give you a bit of a plan, what I did, what worked for me,
Yeah.
even like how am I managing my life. Because I know like people with kids, like, oh, I've got kids, and like I understand, like I was terrified. I was thinking I was fully remote. But so I had a bit of leverage to like do the washing, maybe help out with the school runs. And
Yeah.
then when I was 3 days in the office, I was like, how am I going to make this work?
Yeah.
But I think you figure it out. You'll figure it out along the way.
Yeah.
The plan wasn't perfect, but I've managed to get this far, so I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah, smashing it. Yeah, good stuff. It was great to catch up. Next time in
Yeah.
Dublin, shame to miss you last week, but we'll catch up soon. And if you're ever over in London, let's grab a pint and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to show you the bar if you're ever over.
100%. You said save one for me.
I
All right,
will.
mate. We'll speak soon. Thanks so much.
Bye bye.
Take care, buddy. Bye.